my name is Tyson Poor. Grew up windsurfing in San Francisco when I was younger. Now I live up in the gorge during the summers and Mexico during the winter. My sponsors right now are Neopride, JP, Pleasure Ground Sunglasses, and Dakine. So being with JP and Neopride, I'm really happy because they're a very progressive brand, both brands. So they are always trying stuff new. Always, the research and design is always new. It's not just improving a little thing about the board or sail. It's as you're trying to improve a sail, a whole new design is being made. So as you're improving the slalom sail a little bit, there's a completely different slalom sail that you're trying that might work, it might not work. You know, same with the wave sails, 4 battens, 5 battens. It's very new fabrics, new everything. So it's a very progressive brand, which I like. It's always trying to stay on the edge of windsurfing. It doesn't get stuck in a rut. Same with the boards. JP boards started out, they were one of the first brands to do the Pro Edition boards. And that, I think, helped change the industry a lot. A lot of boards now are going to carbon. JP's FREESTYLE board has been one of the best, if not the best, for the last 10 years. Very progressive design, starting out with Josh Stone and then going to Ricardo and now Steven Van Broekhoven. So yeah, everything with JP and Neopride is very progressive, and that's why I like it. I want to keep learning. I want to keep seeing new designs. I want to keep trying new things. That's what makes windsurfing fun for me, is that you don't get stuck in one spot. The second I get stuck, I go to something else. I want to do something else. If I get stuck trying a trick freestyle, I'll go to slalom and then come back and have a fresh view on what it is and try something else. So sort of the same with Neopride and JP. If they find a board that's okay and it's not really working, they change it a lot, not just a little bit, to try and find out what is the best and stay on the edge of windsurfing, not just going along with what everybody likes. So yeah, they're a very progressive brand. That's what keeps me coming back. And yeah, I started windsurfing when I was 12 years old. I grew up sailing boats with my dad, dad and brother, but started windsurfing at a summer camp at 12 years old. The next year, my brother took the same camp, and after that, we bought our first original windsurfer, one design, really big, and we'd windsurf maybe twice a month, only when my dad could go to the water. So my brother would sit on the back of the board and I'd windsurf, and then when I got tired, we'd switch, just trying to get back upwind the whole time. So pretty much self-taught from there to freestyle. When I turned 16 and could drive a car, then started windsurfing a lot more, going every weekend almost. And yeah, so with my brother, and then after that, really liked windsurfing, really liked traveling all over the place. Went to Bonaire, started out with freestyle, and Bonaire was incredible. The guys there are so good. The level is so high. You sail every day, no matter high wind, no wind. So decided to take it seriously, take windsurfing seriously, and went to Bonaire for 5 months. And we didn't really get very much wind, but the level went from okay sailing to really good sailing with 3 of my friends, my brother and 2 friends, Rob and Wyatt. So that was a big stepping stone, was traveling to Bonaire and windsurfing with those guys who at the time and now are still the best in the world. So I brought that windsurfing back to the gorge and then started training high wind freestyle, 4.0, 3.5, big air, back loops, push loops, which for me is the most fun. It's more adrenaline. You get your heart really beating fast, so it's that's the most fun windsurfing for me. After a while, there weren't very many. I really like to compete, so there weren't very many contests in the U.S. in the mainland U.S. If you wanted to go to a contest, you'd have to spend a lot of money to travel. So if I wanted to compete in the US, I had to get into waves or into racing. And it was really good that the AWT, the American Windsurfing Tour, started up, because it made contests really accessible, really close. Pistol River, close to the gorge. There's Santa Cruz, which is really close to San Francisco. Hatteras was a little bit of a travel to get over there, but it's necessary. There's a lot of East Coast sailors, so it was really cool that the AWT started up. It allowed you to it wasn't too serious. It was easy, everybody could compete. It wasn't like the World Tour where sponsors and prize money and everything is on the line if you don't do well. So it's a really, really fun environment, and there's still some of the top sailors in the world doing the contest. So that was really good. And then I started seeing a lot of racing in the gorge. There's a really good slalom scene, and I wanted to see maybe if I could do well in that, because that you can compete every other weekend, and it's not very subjective. There's a definite first, second, and third. There's no judges, no nothing. There's a finish line, and whoever crosses it first is first place. So I like that a lot. Freestyle and waves, you can have 2 heats or a heat where 2 people do really well, but it's up to the judges. It's not a definite, it's what the judges like or not like. So racing, I got into racing and I got a Super Sport 109 and I got a 7, I believe it was a 7.0, and raced that in the gorge, which is hard because it's really never perfect 7.0. It's either like 5.8 or 8.6. It's really gusty up and down, but I got some good results with that stuff, and talked to my sponsors and said if I really want to do this, but I don't want to do it with minimal gear. I want, if I'm going to slalom sail, I want 2 slalom boards and I want at least 3 slalom sails to see if I'm fast, you know, and put a lot of time on the water, testing different fins, rigging, tuning, and really got into the slalom. I like it a lot. It keeps me on the water more than most people. So when it's not good in the gorge for freestyle, a lot of my friends are sitting watching. They won't go out. Whereas if it's not good for freestyle, I take out my slalom gear. If it's not good for slalom, go out on the freestyle stuff. So waves, slalom, freestyle, it triples your amount of time on the water, and it makes you a better sailor. So doing everything, you start to learn a lot more about windsurfing. You learn why a sail does what it does, even from a wave standpoint. A lot of people think that rigging and tuning is just racing, but it goes into freestyle and goes into waves, and it makes the smallest things help you out a lot. So yeah, and then I got invited over here to Japan for a wave contest, and I was really excited. Never been here. Heard a lot about it. A lot of windsurfers here, so I was definitely excited to come. I was coming from Mexico, and it was warm in Mexico, so it was a little different. It was trying to pack as much warm stuff that I had in Mexico, which was not very much, to come here for the cold, but it worked out really nice. It wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be. It's almost like San Francisco in the winter. So I've sailed stuff like this before. was only here for 2 days, so it was didn't get to experience much of Japan, but what I did experience was really nice. I had a blast. Everybody is really friendly, very caring on the water, always excited. The atmosphere is a lot of fun. You know, in the contest when we were sailing, it was going by each other, laughing, smiling. You know, it wasn't like the surf scene or some spots in Hukipa or spots where everybody wants their wave. They're there for 2 days and they want their wave, and if you're on it, they get it. You know, here it was friendly. It was take the wave, or you go, or, you know, smiling. So it was a lot of fun. And then today we actually went out doing some freestyle and slalom sailing, and there's a really good crew of slalom sailors here. Actually watching right now, they're blasting back and forth behind the camera. But yeah, excited to come back. Hopefully can time it with a race and a wave event. Maybe do the wave event one weekend and then definitely stay longer than 2 days this time. Maybe a week, maybe 10 days. But for sure want to come back. Really like it here. Everybody's been so nice. Want to thank my sponsors for getting me here, and everybody who's helped me out during my time here. So yeah, thank you very much.